old gym.
I know. Oh, boy. Okay. Quick old times, huh? From the campus of the old Waltham High School, ACMi Sports presents Arlington High School Boys Varsity Basketball. Tonight, the Spy Ponders of Arlington High School open up the 2024-2025 season against the Warriors of Wakefield High School. Hello, everyone. I'm Don Phelan. I'm beginning my 40th season telecasting games for ACMi and the Spy Ponders. My partner is Tim Hoffman. And for those of you tuning in, and Tim, this is not the Kozlowski Gymnasium, but this will be the home of Arlington High basketball for the 2024-2025 season.
Yeah, it's a nice gym. I'm glad they let us in here. And Don, congratulations. 40 years doing anything is amazing. And the community is ingrated to you for being out here volunteering your time for 40 years of basketball. You've seen a lot of great high school basketball, and you've called the games, and just a huge asset to the community. I just want to congratulate you, and I'm sure thank you from all the former Arlington basketball players and their families.
Well, thank you very much. I'd like to thank our volunteers tonight working the telecast, Raj Kochian, Miles Donato, and Meredith Lamont. Well, Tim, we begin a new season. Everything's a fresh start. I think Arlington returns quite a few people. They did lose one player to transfer, but you'll see...
The portal.
You got some NIL money from Brimmer and May, apparently. But you'll notice
Free Mickey D's.
Some familiar names and faces, and Arlington really has an experienced team coming back, led by, I believe you told me that one of the players that the Globe says to watch out for this season, one of Arlington's captains, number 33, James Dingman.
Yeah, you can see James score a bunch of points this year. He was one of the top 10 players to watch in the Globe, which is a great honor, and can score from really every part of the floor. He's going to hit some threes. He's going to be really, really good in transition. He also has a very underrated part of his game is the mid-range jumper. You don't see it too much. You either taking it to the hoop or jacking a three. James can hit that 12, 14-footer and a little fadeaway on the baseline as well. He's going to be tough. But, Don, I'm going to warn you right now, and you heard it from me first. The best defensive player in the Middlesex League is sitting on the Arlington bench right now, and boy, you don't want him covering you. Alexi Traposis can play some defense and get in your mug. I saw them earlier in a scrimmage this year. Not only is he going to have a ton of steals, deflections, he's about 6 feet, long arms, super athletic kid, was all scholastic football player. Man, is he tough, and you don't want him covering you.
I was talking to Coach Jack Woods before the game, Tim, and he echoed what you just said in terms of I asked him if Alexi was going to play more this year. He said, oh, yeah, he's going to play. He said he's the equivalent of having 3 defensive players out there at once, so he's echoing your comments about what a defensive force he will be. He's the lone Arlington non-senior for Arlington in the starting lineup tonight. Arlington will start 4 seniors, and then Alexi, who's only a sophomore.
Yeah, and Alexi is about 6 feet, but he has the wingspan of a 6'4", 6'5" guy. He's super aggressive and super athletic.
This is also the opening game tonight for our visiting team, the Warriors of Wakefield High School. They're coached by Colin Halpin in his 4th season. And, Tim, you were noticing in pregame warm-ups, this Wakefield team has some size.
Yeah, they have some big kids and some thick kids, a couple of football players on the team. But these are going to be a tough matchup for the Spy Ponders tonight. They're going to hit the boards. They're going to play tough defense, and they're deep, too. They have some older kids that come off the bench. But it's going to be a good test on your first night out.
So here we have the starting 5 for the Warriors. We have number 12, Dylan McDermott. He's a junior. We have number 23, that's Jack Millward. He is one of the tri-captains for the Warriors. He is also just a junior.
A super soccer player, too, by the way, Don.
Number 24 is Kevin DeGray, a senior. And then the last 2 people rounding out the starting lineup for the Warriors are 2 senior tri-captains, number 34, Matt Beaver, and number 35, Jackson Fitzpatrick. And I think that might be one of the wide bodies you were talking about.
Yeah, he definitely
number 35,
he's going to rip some boards tonight, I'll tell you that.
Now you have the starting lineup for the first time tonight, the 2024-25 season for the Arlington High School Spy Ponders.
Arlington, much more of a finesse team than a big banging team.
Alexei Traposis will wear number 5 this season. As mentioned, he is a sophomore, and now the senior contingent, number 0, Peter Clarity.
Improved greatly over the last few years. Peter's going to run point for the Spy Ponders this year. He really sees the floor well.
You got number 10, Jack Zambardino.
High school quarterback, great athlete, really good high school basketball player.
Number 22, co-captain Nico Trapotsis.
Super athletic kid. He's going to do everything for you.
And as mentioned in the pregame, number 33, co-captain James Digman.
He can put 30 on you in a half.
Head coach of the Spy Pond is in his 6th season, but 17th overall in the program is Jack Woods. He's assisted by Mike Palladino and Matt Woods. And now we'll have the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's officials, Andrew Chabin and veteran official Dan Murphy. Dan Murphy actually worked the Division I state final last year, so kudos to Murph. I've known him for a long time, and I'm probably going to be a little harsh on him. He's actually a good friend of mine, so I'll try to be as nice as I can be to the old lug.
Chirp them. You're going to see Arlington tonight, Don. In the past, you see them pick up full. What they do a lot this year is they trap, especially in the backcourt, and then again at half court, usually with a double dose of troposis on you. It's going to be very, very difficult if you don't have a good point guard to get this ball over half court. And a lot of their offense comes from turnovers and the transition. Their transition offense is led by their really good defensive play. So you're going to see some easy buckets, but they're going to play some tough D. They're not a big team, but they're very, very athletic and very aggressive.
Andrew Chabin will put up the ball between the big fellows. Millward for the Warriors and Digman for the Ponders. And we're underway. The 2024-2025 season. The opening tip is won by the Warriors. Arlington in man-to-man defense. It looks like Clarity, though, kind of just roaming the baseline, so maybe more of a matchup zone, perhaps. Little tough shot there, way off the mark. Doesn't that rim look a little bit slanted from up here?
Yeah, I saw the guys getting up there. The
This
guys that couldn't dunk could dunk in warm-ups.
Oh, well.
Hey,
So-
both teams got to use it.
Correct.
Good ball movement here by Arlington.
Three-point shot there is in. Nico Trapotsis for 3.
That's going to be huge if he can get that set shot going. It's going to open things up for James.
They have
Look
one
at this right away.
traveling violation caused by the Arlington defense. I was actually looking at the Wakefield player behind everybody, and Wakefield didn't see him or did not want to throw it to him. It was the big guy, Fitzpatrick, hanging down by the other basket, but Arlington causes the turnover.
I'm going to be a broken record, but you notice on that double team, Alexi was right in the middle of it.
Here's Dingman, kicks it back out. Trapotsis for 3, no. Dingman flicked it into the backcourt. No backcourt violation as it was deflected in by the defense. Ooh.
Little ice on the court.
Yeah. And again, Arlington in strong man-to-man defense knocks the ball out of bounds. 21 seconds on the shot clock. 6:55 remaining first quarter. Ponders have the first 3 points of the game.
There's one of those deflections.
Ooh. Little tough pull-up shot there. If he makes that, we're in for a night there.
No, he's a tough player.
Jack Millward for 2.
He was tough last year, too.
Millward, a tri-captain of the Warriors.
Really good ball movement by Arlington. They're getting their quarter court set. This guy's going to have a tough time covering James, though.
Zambardino drives lane, kicks it back out to Potsis. Back to Jack. Nico, top of the key. Dingman drives. He's going to have an easy two. He took to the left hand and was fouled on the play. He would have had an easy two, but a good foul there, really, by Dylan McDermott to prevent the easy layup.
Excellent foul, and James really slick, gets to the hoop. Slasher, scorer, shooter, mid-range jumper. He's got a little bit of a repertoire, but he's really tough taking it to the hoop, righty or a lefty. Put him on the line. He's also a very good foul shooter as well.
First free throw is good. So McDermott picks up that foul, his first on the team. James has his first point of the season.
And James hits this thing. Here comes the double team full court trapping press.
2 of 2.
There you go.
For the senior co-captain.
No trap, just a full man-to-man press. Good pass.
Yeah, there's the big guy that they've kind of seemed like they're leaving him alone on purpose, but I don't know if you want to give him that much space.
No, he's a big athletic kid, obviously a football player.
And he has the easy lay-in. Cuts the Arlington lead down to 1. 5-4 Ponders, 5:55 remaining first quarter. Dingman again hard to the hole. Goes to the left hand again, no.
Just a little more arc on that.
McDermott with the rebound for the Warriors. Fake the three, now driving to the hole, kick out to the corner. No double dribble there as he just lost possession of it. Now we'll have a traveling violation. And that's going to be committed by Matt Beaver, senior tri-captain of the Warriors.
I think Arlington would like to pick up the pace in this game a little bit, force them to.
Look like they're in a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, they're going to slow it down. I think that plays to Wakefield's advantage a little bit. Nice pass.
Inside pass, try to get it to Clarity on the cut, knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. Tim, if teams play zone against Arlington, who's the three-point threat for the Ponders
right
this year?
now it's James, and Dingman's going to have to carry the load there. He was open on the wing there, but that is one of their weaker spots. I mean, very good transition offense, slashing offense, but not just a knockdown three-point shooter, except for James is more of a scorer than he is a shooter.
Right.
However, he can hit the three. They do have some help off the bench in the shooting as well. They have some of the younger guys who are hitting the three in the scrimmages, and I think they're going to have to rely on them when a team backs it in on his own.
Here come the Ponders, 3-on-1 break. It's going to be
nice
Clarity laying it up and in. Peter has his first basket of the season, and the Spy Ponders lead at 7-4, 4.5 minutes remaining first quarter. Ooh, the referee got in a bad situation there. Because of where the stands are, there's no room for the official to get by on the sideline. That's going to be a problem. Now the kick out pass into the corner. Then
Good
move it
ball
around.
movement.
Dingman, top of the key three is no. They have the rebound though. Clarity could have passed it, and now he does. And Jack Zambardino lost it out of bounds.
What do you think on that, Don? What am I going to say?
Shoot it.
Bounce pass.
Oh, bounce pass.
I love that bounce pass.
The only thing you like more than bounce passing is shooting.
Yes, of course. But if I couldn't jack one, I would definitely hit a bounce pass. So yeah, there's the trap right
trap
there.
in the corner. They caused the steal. And Zambardino lays it in.
That is like a vice grip. They have a really good press here.
Yeah, you really don't want to pass it into the corner. Again, they have the big guy down low by himself, and again, he lays it up and in. I don't know that they can leave him with that much space.
No,
That's
there's
just
a
my
lot
opinion.
of room back there, especially where this kid's very competent. He has good hands. He's obviously going to finish.
That's probably the only spot on the court he can finish from. Really, I would be surprised if he's a shooter of any kind, but we can see about that later on. Trapotsis for three, and Nico knocks down another one.
Oh, that's going to be huge if Nico gets his feet set and start hitting those. That's going to be big for the Spy Ponders. Look, he's just whipping the ball.
It's going to be a steal. Nico has 2 3-pointers so far, 6 points, and now we're going to have an offensive foul called against Jack Millward.
Ooh, I love my Spy Ponders, but I didn't like that call. I mean, what? Kid's dribbling up the court.
Didn't see it from our angle. Millward picks up his second on the team. Wakefield goes to the bench for the first time tonight. Number 4, Daniel Kidder. And there was another substitution. I'll get that for you in a moment. Number 0, Will Forbes. For those of you just tuning in, this is the home court for the Spy Ponders this season. Flood damage to the Tozlowski Gymnasium. We all thought we were going to have a farewell season in the Tozlowski Gymnasium, but that's not going to be the case.
We did. We just didn't know it.
Yeah, true. It's where I've done all the broadcasts over the 40 years from that gym. Another three-pointer for Nico Trapotsis.
Really improved his shooting. I have to take back that they don't have a great shooter. He is hitting
He's got
that.
a chance for a steal there. It looks like it's off a red. But Wakefield does a nice job retrieving the loose ball.
They're going to have to get out on Nico. I mean, he's really hitting that three. He's got 3 of them, right?
Yes, he does. Jack Zambardino on the reach-in foul. Picks it up his first on the team. 2:45 remaining first quarter. Ponders have extended to a 9-point lead, 15-6.
If he could consistently hit that, that's going to be a huge factor for the Spy Ponders.
That's the margin of the lead, is his three-pointers.
And it really opens up their offense, too, especially with James slashing to the hoop. If someone's out there, look at Nico. I mean, Alexi. He's just all over him.
No, I was hoping that Murph would just call a out-of-bounds violation on that, but he did get the call right. Dingman picks up the foul on the reach-in, his second on the team.
They're going to put him in the best player of the other team, regardless of position.
Clardy goes to the floor, can't come up with the loose ball. Double team by the Ponders, can't get the turnover. Now 3-point shot from the corner is no good by Wakefield. See what I mean by the corner
right
there where those fans are in the first row? There's really not much room for the official to work.
They should almost ask them just to move up one.
Yep. Maybe not the woman with the baby in the front row, but those young people can move. I think it's going to be a little bit of a disadvantage, too. We can talk about it later. Arlington playing here. You know, you're not going to have the students, especially the younger students that can't drive. I mean, you're not going to get the student body contingent to come out to these games maybe all the way out here in Waltham.
Yeah, as we've seen in the past, Friday night in Arlington was a thing to do. You go to the game, root on your teammates, your classmates, and they always had a great student section.
Yeah, I did a quick count, maybe 70, 75 people here, and you have to figure a few of them are from Wakefield, as Wakefield just scored to make it 15-8.
Maybe we'll lobby to get some buses for the student body to bring them over here and get loud.
Yep. Dingman pull-up jumper from the foul line is good.
That is just a tough shot. You take one hard dribble, your defender falls back on you, and all of a sudden you just stick one from 14 feet. You don't see that much.
What do you figure he is, 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'3", and with some ups, too.
Yep. Nice little turnaround flip shot there by Will Forbes answers the Arlington bucket, and it's 17-10 coming up on the final minute of the first quarter.
They're really disciplined in their quarter-court offense. They run their offensive sets really good. Good back screens.
Zambardino for 3 from the corner, and he knocks it down.
He had a great year as a high school quarterback this year for Arlington High. Now he's coming out here playing tough defense and hitting threes. Good for him.
50 seconds remaining, and they're going to say that
another turnover.
As it's Matt Beaver lost control of the ball, Arlington ball.
Teams are not going to want to play against Arlington with this press. I mean, everyone is aggressive. Everyone plays tough D.
Jonas Burrell, number 4, in Arlington's lineup, as well as number 24, Jabari Williams.
I saw Williams play some really tough defense as well. So not only are they tough on their defense with their first 5, they bring kids off the bench that really can D you up.
Clardy for 3. Gets the roll.
Love these soft rims.
Yeah, you gotta like that friendly roll. Arlington's put up 23 spot on the Warriors here in this first quarter. They lead at 23-10. 20 seconds to go.
Oh my goodness.
Wakefield try to hold for 1, but Jabari Williams says, I'll take that from you instead.
Nice
and
pass.
Now Arlington will get an easy 2. No, they won't, but he's fouled on the play. Peter Clardy will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Williams comes in and gives you some energy, some athleticism, and a hard-nosed defensive presence. That's a great option to bring off the bench.
Daniel Kidder picks up the foul, his first, 3rd on the team. Getting ready to check into the Arlington lineup will be number 11, Simon Miller, a junior.
Yeah, you see Simon bring the ball up. He's really good handle. He sees the floor well, and he gets his teammates in the right position. I like the way Simon's been playing in the preseason.
First free throw is no good. He'll replace Jack Zambardino. Zambardino checks out with 5 first quarter points. Peter Clardy looking for his 6th point of the evening. Looks like it's long. It is. Rebound fought for. Wakefield comes up with it with 11 seconds to go. See if they can get off a final shot. Arlington does have a foul to give. Going to make it very difficult. Now going to get the corner 3. Looks like it's going to be long off the backboard, top of the backboard. No good. And the clock expires, ending the first quarter.
Peter's going to get to the line a lot this year because he has the ball. He runs the baseline. He's got to get a little more arc on his free throw. It's a little bit flat. He's got nice form. He bends his knees, but just it's a little bit too flat. A little more arc, and he's going to hit some of those. Good first quarter, Don.
Fantastic first quarter. I don't think Coach Woods could have really drawn it up much better. He scores 23. Doesn't quite hold Wakefield to single digits, but just the next best thing with 10. I think if you told him they were going to be up 23-10 after the first quarter, he'd be very happy with that result.
Yeah, especially where they're really built as a defensive team, and you think that it's going to be a slog. But you look at their offense. I mean, you have Terposis hitting three-pointers. There's Zambino hitting some three-pointers. All of a sudden, that opens everything up for inside. And then their defense is their calling card. They're going to play D no matter what's happening on O. But if they put together a nice defensive, a nice offensive system with their tenacious defense, things look bright. They have a nicer bench than they had in years past too, Don. I think they go pretty deep. You're going to see a couple more guys come off the bench here. But even starting the second quarter. 2 starters, 3 bench players. Yeah. We'll see how that goes with Jonas Burrell, number 4. Number 11, Simon Miller. Number 24, Jabari Williams. Those are the 3 non-starters. And you have Peter Clardy, number 0 in there. And Alexei Trapotsis, he's number 5. And you're going to see these guys run their offense. Spy Pawners get the ball to begin the second quarter on the alternating possession rule. See where the offense is going to come from Arlington with the second unit in there. His Williams on a baseline drive, and it can come right. Oh, bad roll there. Yeah, Williams should have had that one. Unlucky there. I like how he aggressively went to the hoop. There's just all kinds of stuff going on there, but good work there by Jack Millward staying with it and getting the bucket. A little 1-2-2 press here. Wakefield's going to have to try to dictate tempo, so they're going to put a little press on. Arlington does a nice job breaking the press. They went right to their press breaker, which is good to see kids, especially coming off the bench, knowing exactly what to do. Obviously, great coaching on the Arlington side of the bench there. And they broke it using the pass, not the dribble, which is key. Another in-and-out shot this time by Burrell, no good. He'll let it fly, too. He's a good shooter. I think these rims are going to be a factor for the season. But like you said, both teams are playing on them both ways. And now a traveling violation called against Millward. He's questioning the call. But it looked like a pretty obvious call from here. Good Arlington D again. Alexei Trapotsis will get his first break of the game, and James Digman checks back into the Arlington lineup. Gonna go press breaker, get someone in the middle. Yep, they broke it with one dribble, and now Williams has it. He goes into the paint, throws up the floater, no, rebound fought for. Dingman puts it up and in on the follow. Half dozen now for James, second leading scorer for the Spy Pawners tonight. And they're attacking the hoop. That's what they need to do, especially on the press. Ooh, that looked like a little bit of a hack there. Yeah, they are letting them play. Yeah, that's going to be a key thing for Arlington. Like you said, the way they play tenacious defense, it's going to be on how they call the game. And so far, the refs are letting the boys play. That ball's last touched by Wakefield. It's Arlington ball. Yeah, they are. Arlington's defense is getting Wakefield a little flustered, so they're making quicker passes. They didn't throw a bounce pass. And it's their pressure that's causing that. It's not a steal, it's not a deflection, but it's a turnover caused by intense defensive pressure. Zambardino back in the Arlington lineup, replaces Miller. In the corner for 3, no, rebound fought for. Comes to Burrell, Burrell with a little flip shot, no. Rebound by Fitzpatrick, he's got to play ahead of the pack, and Millward lays it up and in. Jack Millward now with a half dozen, leading the way for the Warriors. Good rebound, good outlet pass there by Wakefield. 25-14 Spy Pawners. Played about 2 minutes of the second quarter. Dingman dumps it into the post to Williams. He kicks it back out. Arlington working around nicely. Results in a Peter Clardy 3. That's good. There we go. Everyone's improved their shooting. We didn't see that last year. Peter really improved his shooting this year. And they're going to get Jack Zambardino with a little backcourt reach-in foul. His first, I believe. No, excuse me. That's his second. And remember now, the team fouls reset every quarter, so that's the first foul on the Ponders in the second quarter. It looks like it could be off the Warrior leg, and it is. Great hands there by Dingman, Tim. He got a hand on it, knocked it off the Wakefield player, out of bounds, Ponder ball. Yeah, when you play the Spy Ponders, you better be playing all 94 feet here because they are going to get in your grill.
So they're going to take Zambardino out, having picked up that second foul. Alexei Trapotsis replaces him. So both Trapotsis are in there right now. Nico didn't get away with, Alexei didn't get away with that traveling violation called.
Was a good backdoor cut. He just had to let it develop a little bit.
28-14 Ponders. They've actually extended their lead by 1 point in the second quarter. Played almost 3 minutes of the second quarter. Steal by Williams.
Williams is tough on D.
Here's Williams all the way, kicks it to Dingman. He had a notion now he's going to take it to the hole. Over the head pass to Williams. Takes the little pull-up jump shot. No, Dingman with a strong rebound. He fakes, he puts it up, and the basket. And James Dingman will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play. Jackson Fitzpatrick picks up that foul. His first on the team. James Dingman at the line for one.
I like what Jabari Williams has given them off the bench. He's come in, a lot of energy. He missed a couple of easy buckets, but those are going to fall for him.
I'm going to blame the rim on those.
Yeah, he's gotten some good shots, but he's been in the mix.
Around the rim and out for James on the three-point play situation. Attempt. Spy Ponders lead it by 16, 30-14. Well, that's an awesome, interesting-looking jump shot there.
Give him that all day.
Yeah, by Millward.
Oh, nice save.
James saves it. Saved it to a Warrior player, but now Arlington picks it back off.
Yeah, you throw the ball in the middle of the court like that, and Alexei's out there.
Burrell into the paint strong, throws it up. No, he got hit in the head. He's going to go to the line for two.
Alexei thought that was 3rd and long, and he was going to pick that off and do a pick six.
Foul committed by Wakefield's number 4, Daniel Kidder. That'll be his second. Second on the team in the second quarter. Jonas Burrell at the line for two, and he hits the first free throw. Jabari Williams checks out of the Ponder lineup.
Gave him a little spark there defensively.
Peter Clardy. Arlington with 4 of their 5 starters in the game right now, and we saw this in years past with Coach Woods. Usually 2 fouls in the first half. He takes the player out and doesn't return him to the second half, and that's the case with Jack Zambardino. So we're going to see some extended minutes from Jonas Burrell.
Oh, my goodness.
Double team there. Ponders steal
Great
it.
pass.
Clardy might have got away with the travel. Nico lays it up and in. Timeout Wakefield.
Their offense is coming off their defense, Don, and that's how they just get it in transition and get it to go. They double team you in the backcourt, you get it over half court, and they trap you there, and they're just going to keep staying on you.
Yeah, I think that if you ask the Arlington coaching staff what they would like to see from their team, that play might exemplify it perfectly. Great defense leading to a fast break and an easy layup.
Yeah, just attack the hoop after the turnover.
First timeout called for either team.
I think they're probably going to work on their press breaker down there. Wakefield's going to have to do something because they just, half a dozen turnovers, a few deflections, and a few rushes. It's just not going to, it doesn't seem like it's turning for them.
I would imagine most teams in the Middlesex League are playing tonight. I see one gentleman maybe with a pad of paper and pen, but if you're scouting Arlington, just like you said, you need to work on your press break.
Absolutely.
And just, you have to keep the ball out of the corner. It seems like, Arlington, I think what they might try to do, and you would know this as a coach and player, you want to have the ball inbounded to the corner. And it seems like Arlington's done that very successfully. You don't want it to go there, but they make you put it there.
They force you there.
Yeah, They force you there, and then they go with a quick double team. And, you use the sideline and the end line as other defenders, and now you're not really double teamed. You're almost quadruple teamed.
Yeah, and I was mentioning what a great defensive player Alexei is. James Dingman and Nico are way plus defenders. I mean, really, really athletic defenders. So you gotta. There's just someone's got to keep his stats for the season on how many steals and deflections he has.
That could be your job.
I'm busy, Don.
Okay.
I'll tell you how many three-pointers he has.
And Nico hit 3 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's easier for me to count.
Yes.
Nice take.
Jonas Burrell to the hole, lays it up and in.
The James Dingman impersonation there. That was a good take.
Oh, another steal by Arlington. Can you count to one?
Burrell
might have got away a little walk there. Oh, Peter got hit from behind.
People are going to get sick of me talking about what a good defensive player Alexi is, except for probably Alexi and his parents. But gosh, it's like when you play pickup, Don, and you're like, okay, who's taking him? And you're like, oh, man, that kid's covering me. I'm not playing this game. I got winners. It's like, no way. You don't want him anywhere near you if you're an offensive player.
Dylan McDermott picked up the foul for the Warriors, his second, third on the team. Peter Clardy out the line for 2, and he hits the first. Peter 1 point away from double figures himself. I don't know if he was a big scorer last year, if I recall.
More of a facilitator.
Yeah, but I think this year they're going to count on him to score, and so far he's answered the bell. He's got, like I said, 9, almost 10 points if he makes his free throw.
Much more aggressive offensively this year, which is great to see. They got Williams back in, probably going to press right here.
And there it is, double figures for Peter. Steal by the Ponders. Clardy, shot no good. There's Williams with the offensive rebound. Again, he's been snake bit on that rim, man. He should have.
He's always around the ball, though.
Yeah, he should have 6 points.
He's going to have stuff falling soon.
And reminder to talk about that later on when I talked with Coach Woods beforehand about Arlington practicing. They're practicing most days at the Audison. And so they haven't really seen this court very many times to be familiar with everything. Now Williams fakes, and now he gets his bucket. He's finally rewarded Jabari Williams with his first basket of the game. He's played very, very well. Like I said, been kind of snake bit on that rim. Arlington gets the deflection and the steal. Alexi, Clardy's going to pull it back out. They try the no-look pass. Simon Miller back in the Arlington lineup, number 11. Couldn't connect on the pass, and good strong move there by Millward. He's been by far Wakefield's best player tonight. He has 8 of their 16 points, and the Ponders lead it by 23, 39-16, 2.5 to go. First half. $18 on the shot clock. Clardy with the little Euro maybe there.
Yeah, a little Euro step lefty take.
Lays it in, and another timeout will be called by Wakefield. Wakefield finds themselves down by 25, 41-16 with 2:18 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, you don't want to get into a street fight with the Wakefield kids, but you definitely want to play them in basketball. Oof. And the Arlington kids are just, I mean, their defense and the way they attack the basketball, then when they don't have the opportunity, they get into their court offense, and whether it's the starters or the kids coming off the bench, they run their offense just right the way they're supposed to, and they get open looks. Peter Clardy really looking for his offense this year, which is going to be a big, big asset for the Spy Pond.
Absolutely.
Remember last year, a couple of times he would get to the bucket and he would defer,
right?
You know, to one of the scorers. This year, he's like, no, I'm not going to defer. I'm going to take the bucket, and I think that's great, not just for him but for the team. It helps out a bunch. Yep,
I think he has to be a scorer this season. Although we've seen, you know, Nico hit 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, so now we know what his game consists of. We've seen Jabari Williams provide some spark off the bench. So far, very impressive first half for the Spy Ponders.
Super well balanced, too. And the way to get on the court here in Arlington is to play some defense. And it seems like Coach Woods is rewarding the kids that have been playing the tough defense.
Well, another nice thing that could happen tonight in the home opener is if Arlington can maintain this big lead, everybody's going to get a chance to play.
Absolutely.
And that's always nice to be able to do on game 1.
Perfect.
Barry Williams with the rebound on the missed 3-pointer by the Warriors. Wakefield staying in the man-to-man. Miller sets the screen down low.
It's okay.
What about Alexi's offensive game, Tim?
Yeah, more transition. He has good form on his shot. He's not going to take it as much as his brother is, but when that develops, it's going to be probably you would think next year and the year after, when some of the scorers are gone, they're going to have to count on him for scoring. But his main asset is his athleticism, his hustle, and his superior defense.
Ooh, tough 20 seconds there for Simon Miller. He was called for a pushing foul on the previous shot on the rebound, and now he gets called for a reach-in foul. So he picks up 2 quick ones. Arlington now with 3 second quarter team fouls. Let's see if Coach Woods rides Simon Miller in his 2 fouls. Jonas Burrell back into the Ponder lineup. He has the task of hounding Millward, who's, like I said, been Wakefield's best player. And now Burrell's going to get called for that foul. Minute 32 seconds remaining, first half, 4th team foul for the Ponders. So Wakefield will be in the bonus for the duration of the half.
Millwood's got some good stats tonight, but they really are making him work. he has nothing easy. Whether he gets fouled like he just did there, or if he's just coming up, they're going to put some pressure on him.
I don't know if they called that on Simon Miller, if they called it on Burrell. It looked like he made the signal of 11, and if that's is indeed on Simon Miller, that was his third foul, and he's going to have to come out of the game, and Arlington will go to the bench. As number 21, Cam Levine, checks in. Levine, a senior, and yeah, he does check in for Simon Miller, who picked up that foul, his third.
Levine, very aggressive. You watch him, he'll attack the hoop, defensive rebound, play off. Once again, a really good defensive player coming off the bench.
Millward hits 1 of 2. Jabari Williams with the rebound for the Ponders. Minute 22 remaining, first half.
I got the scouting report on Levine before the game. He's a soccer goalie, but he's like a phenomenal ultimate frisbee player.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like a spring sport, high school spring sport?
It is. I know Belmont plays it. I think it might be a club sport, but
okay.
From the scouting report I got him, he's top notch on the ultimate frisbee.
Good for him. Is that how they play on the pitch? It's good to know. 1 minute remaining, first half. By Ponders by 24. Been an impressive first half for Arlington. Three-pointer by Millwood. No, that hit the top of the backboard and then hit the support. That's out of bounds, Arlington ball. It can hit the top, but it can't go over, and it can't hit the support. Millwood's going to get his first break of the evening. He's replaced by number 3, Charles Gagne. 47 seconds to go. Let's see if Arlington can go 2 for 1 here.
Very disciplined on their quarter-court offense. Even the guys coming off the bench, everyone runs their sets.
They get it
nice
inside
pass.
to Levine. On the cut, try to get it to Clardy. Arlington turns it over. Here comes Wakefield, coast to coast, missing with the left hand, no good. Let's see if Arlington holds for a final shot. They will not have that option as a traveling violation is called against Arlington.
Good position there, good rebound. Just took an extra step.
25.9 seconds remaining. Wakefield ball on the baseline. They can hold for a final shot. They're down by 24. Arlington wants to be aggressive, but they don't want to put Wakefield on the line and give him a free 2. Wakefield runs a nice inbounding play to get an open three-pointer, and now they're going to get Jonas Burrell on a foul. So they've kind of tightened it up here in the second quarter, and Arlington finds themselves over the limit, and it will be 2 free throws for Charles Gagne. Thomas Wright, number 13, a senior, getting ready to check into the Arlington lineup.
Yeah, it's a good stroke, 13. He can shoot it.
9 seniors on the Ponder lineup this year, in the Arlington lineup, excuse me. They list 16 players. Both free throws missed. Who's that? Number 32 checked into the game. Nick Rudolph, another senior, getting his first action of the season. Let's see if Arlington holds for 1, and now Wakefield commits a foul. Wakefield had a foul to give. It'll be Arlington ball on the sideline. Next foul will put Arlington in the bonus.
Oh, smart play there.
Yep, you can let it go into the backcourt on any inbounding play. 8 seconds to go. 5. Thomas Wright for 3, no. Rebound grab by Wakefield, and now the 3/4 court length shot hits the support up above, and that will be the end of the first half.
Brought some dust down.
Well, a very impressive first half for the Spy Ponders. We'll go to the halftime break. Your score at the end of the first half: Arlington 41, Wakefield 17. Tim and I will be back with the second half action.
Notre Dame versus
Indiana.
that's the first round of playoffs.
So they're not going to be, unless
Where are you
there's
gonna
like,
watch the game?
I think I'm going to try to follow JP Joe's.
Oh, yeah, that's a good place.
Yeah, because I have friends who are going to get together and like, they wanted to host. I'm like, I can't go anywhere, but they want to meet me there because it's 5 minutes from here. We'll do that. So that's the plan.
It's been a while that they played.
It is wild, yeah. I'm sure the community And getting ready for second half action, Don Phelan along with Tim Hoffman, Raj Kotian and Miles Donato and Meredith Lamont are our volunteers doing the producing and the camera work here tonight. So thank you to them. And Tim, what a first half of the Ponders.
Yeah, holy cow, they just swarm you on defense. It's very difficult for Wakefield to get anything going on their offensive end because it's so difficult just getting over half court in one piece. You got Nico and Alexi double team, and you got James patrol in the middle, and then all of a sudden you're bringing kids off the bench like Williams and these guys playing tough D, and it's just going to be a real slog for teams that aren't prepared for their press and their full court man-to-man trapping defense.
Arlington was led in the first half by Peter Clary. The senior had 12 points. Jonas Burrell had 3. Jack Zambardino had 5 before he picked up his second foul. So we'll see more of Jack here in the third quarter. Nico Trapotsis with 11 points, including 3 first quarter three-pointers. Jabari Williams with 2 points off the bench, and James Dingman chipped in with 8. So a nice little balanced scoring attack for the Spy Ponders as well. And they take a 24-point lead into the second half. Ready to go, Wakefield ball on the alternating possession rule, and Arlington right straight into that man-to-man defense. Arlington will have the 5 players that began the game for them. They're starting 5. 3-point shot there, no good. You have both Trapotsis brothers in there, along with Peter Clary. That's him with the basketball, number 0 right there. James Digman, number 33, and number 10, Jack Zambardino. That's Alexi Trapotsis inside number 5, and brother Nico with the ball now at the top of the key, number 22. Dingman double team. Someone's open. Let's see if they can find the open player. They work it around.
Good ball movement. Great pass.
What a play by the Ponders.
Just a little backdoor cut by James. Alexi sees him. Easy bucket.
Great man-to-man offense there by Arlington.
They were patient, worked the ball around, one rotation.
So they got Alexi on the high post being kind of the distributor on that particular possession. Here's Zambardino. He's a little bit ahead of the pack. He's going to fake. He's going to put it up. He's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Number 24, Kevin DeGray picks up that foul. DeGray did not start the game for Wakefield.
Good rebound, quick outlet pass, and just attack the hoop.
In the second half starting lineup for the Warriors, number 23, Jack Millward, number 12, Dylan McDermott, number 35, Jackson Fitzpatrick, number 34, Matt Beaver, as Zambardino hits the first free throw. Now has a half dozen on the game. 44-17 now, Arlington with their largest lead of the game, and Zambardino tacks on another point.
That's the hoop you want to shoot at. I mean, it looks like it's a very loose rim, and it's down a little bit.
I'm going to look at it a little bit more when we leave tonight, just so we have a little more knowledge of it for our telecast next Friday. That's the next home game for the Spy Ponders. This home away from home for the 2024-25 season. A little pull-up jump shot there. That's a tough shot. No good. Zambardino with the rebound. Nico's going to slow it down a little bit. Arlington will go to their, well, it looks like Wakefield's gone zone here. 2-3.
Yeah, just going to pack it in a little bit and see if they can
not lose by 40.
I would see if Arlington just can hit their threes. I mean, got to do something. I like Alexi on the foul line there, facilitating.
6 on the shot clock. Dingman baseline drive, try to find Cloudy. He did. Cloudy puts it up. Might have got hit. Good non-call there, though.
I like James taking that shot. I know he's trying to be unselfish, but that's a shot that he can hit.
Millward to the hole, lays it up and in. And a timeout called by Wakefield. Interesting timeout there. Millward with 11. I know sometimes coaches like to call timeouts when something good happens, and so I think, get his name again here, Coach Halpin, saw his team do something nice there and calls timeout, wants to set up a new defense, and good timeout there by the coach.
Yeah, you would have thought that was Arlington's timeout on the break. But when James goes baseline like that, and he's, that 7-8 footer, which is a tough shot on the side, but that's one of his fortes is that shot. He unselfishly passed it underneath, but he's, especially on tighter defenses or in bigger games, you want him taking that shot.
Third timeout taken by Wakefield. They have 2 remaining. Arlington yet to use a timeout.
Yeah, I think they'd like to get out of here as soon as they can. get back to Arlington.
Yeah, I guess not a bad crowd now that the game is into the second half. Maybe 100 people here.
Yeah, it looks like a Wakefield contingent over here. They were cheering on their buddies.
Yeah, the front row. Yeah,
not much to cheer about.
I'm going to make a very terrible prediction that at some point this season we're going to see a referee wipe out on that far sideline.
Yeah, not a lot of room.
No. And it might be by a fan being a wise guy, do it on purpose. I hope not, obviously, but I think that's an accident waiting to happen. Beautiful offense by Arlington, and James Digman lays it up and in.
He finds a weak spot in the offense really well. He'll go behind, get a blind spot on the defender, and then make the sharp cut.
Not sure that was the defense coach Halpin wanted out of his timeout. And a nice little shot there by Millward. Millward has 13 of the 21 for the Warriors. Spy Ponders lead at 47-21, 5:19 remaining third quarter.
Alexi's throwing some really nice passes, too.
Three-pointer for James Digman, way off.
No, it was a pass.
There's Zambardino on the spot, lays it up and in.
We're going to give James an assist on that one.
I am not giving James an assist on that one. Zambardino now with 9 points. Paul came close to a backcourt violation
there. A little tightrope there. Oh.
Now into the paint. That's a good call there. As Dingman never established legal guarding position. He'll pick up that foul, his second. Team's first, 4:46 remaining third quarter. And this is Matt Beaver at the line for 2 shots. First free throw is good. Number 0 for the Warriors, Will Forbes, checks back into the lineup, and he replaces Dylan McDermott. One of 2. I think that just barely grazed the rim. Now referee Dan Murphy makes the call that it did not hit the rim, so a violation there on the free throw. That's really the outside official's call, but sometimes it's hard to see from there whether that ball hit the rim. Ooh, some foul language there by one of the Warrior players. Steal by Wakefield. Well, I don't know if you want him bringing it up.
He didn't want to bring it up either.
Hot potato. 49-22 Ponders, about halfway through the third quarter. Millward, baseline drive, pull-up shot. Tough shot, no good. Zambardino with the rebound.
He only shoots when he has the ball.
Arlington on the break. Ooh, and first, they're going to say that was legal defense there. Not so sure Coach Woods agrees with that. But
wow.
They determined, well, you know, a lot of people, I had this argument playing pickup ball today. Like everyone says, oh, you're moving, you're moving. Well, you are allowed to move when you play defense, as long as you establish legal guarding position. So referee Andrew Chabin must have determined that he did, and then he moved laterally. Perfectly legal if he did establish legal guarding position.
Does that get called in the closer game?
Maybe, just for maintenance. It might have been called down this other end for maintenance purposes. Oh, now going up for the dunk was Millward.
James was not going to allow.
Dingman said, no, thank you.
Way.
But Dingman will pick up the foul. That's his third. Second on the team.
I didn't see a lot of body contact on that, but I think just there was some contact, I guess. But James is like, "Oh man, I punched that thing."
Talking with Dan Murphy about it now. First free throw is good.
Good sportsmanship by James. He wasn't upset or anything. He just wanted to get a little bit of an explanation.
He's got a good personality.
Yeah, I like his little half smile there.
Yeah, we're looking forward to our post-game stuff with him one of these games. I'm not sure if it'll be tonight or down the road as Jonas Burrell replaces James Digman.
He's a great kid.
Where do you figure his ceiling is for college ball if he wants to play?
He's going to have to play, like a 2-guard, off-guard type of thing, work on his shot a little bit. But, it really depends on what he wants to do. Like, if he wants to be, like major league in a rotation, D3, if he wants to be coming off the bench and works on his shot a little bit higher than that. I mean, the kid can score. He's super athletic. And really just depends on what what he wants to do with his game and what type of role he wants to play on a team.
Jonas Burrell for the Ponders, Matt Beaver for the Warriors exchange baskets. The basket by Burrell was, again, great Arlington offense, working the ball around. Now Nico gets inside and lays it in. Excuse me, Alexi. And that's Alexi's first points of the game.
Yeah, they're getting him the ball on the foul line. He can just turn and either facilitate or go right to the hoop.
Little double team there. Clardy tried to pick up the charge. Three-point shot is good from the corner.
Another timeout after the bucket.
By DeGray. And is it timeout
Wakefield?
Wakefield?
Yeah.
So that's 4 out of 5. He has 1 left.
Can't stop the bleed, but they take the timeout when they have the good play.
Ooh, for some reason the timeout clock is quickly going down. I don't know if they gave him that full minute. Well, now they're going to redo it, start over again. 4th timeout call by Wakefield. They have 1 remaining. They're down by 24. 53-29 Ponders. As mentioned, this is Coach Wood's 6th season for Arlington as the head coach, 17th overall. He was Coach Bowler's #1 assistant for those first 11 years.
Tonight looks like Spy Ponders have a pretty easy game as long as they do what they need to do. But the Middlesex League's going to be tough this year. There's going to be a lot of tough games. I think Lexington's going to be tough this year. Winchester will be tough this year. Winchester was actually ranked in the Globe in the top 20 in one of their polls, so you got to figure they're going to be a tough team.
Well, we're going to see them next Friday night.
Well, we're going to find out then,
here
right?
at Waltham, at the old Waltham High School.
Nice.
Arlington will play at Wilmington on Tuesday. Wilmington usually not that strong of a team, so hopefully Arlington will come into that game 2-0, and we'll see how they match up with the, I think they're still called the Sachems. You never know these days.
No, they're red and black, Don. That's a hate crime. You can't call them the Sachems. I can because I have...
no filter?
No.
Here comes Millwood ahead of the pack, and Alexi's going to take the foul. They're going to call it before the shot. So a good smart foul there by Alexi Trapotsis, getting called for it before the shooting motion had begun. So just going to be a possession foul for the Warriors.
See, I'm grandfathered in because I played for them back in the early 80s.
Oh, there you go. That's right, too.
So I just say it out of habit. I'm going to try to be better next Friday night, though.
I had to make sure that the Warriors were still the name for the Wakefield team. Just always got to double check.
Absolutely.
3-point shot from the corner, no good. Good job there by
good box
Beaver.
out.
Beaver kept it alive, but Arlington came up with it. Arlington by 24, 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. .20 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Alexi kicks it out for a 3-pointer by Jack Zambardino, and it's good.
Really good passing by Alexi. He's really good in the high post there for passing. He looks to pass first.
Well, Zambardino with a dozen now. Good scoring for the Ponders. That ball's knocked out of bounds by Alexi Trapotsis. It will remain Wakefield ball. What does Alexi play in football?
He's a defensive back. He's going to be probably highly recruited defensive back, safety, cornerback. I mean, he made all league as a freshman. I mean, he's a tough player.
I think Spy Ponders had a decent football season,
Absolutely.
if I'm not mistaken. They made the playoffs.
And they're going to be good next year, too, because they have some really good players. They have one of their linemen already signed at BC.
I heard about that. Is he an underclassman?
He is a junior, and he's ginormous.
Fantastic.
Really good kid, too, from everything that we've heard.
Jack Millwood with the 3-point bucket there for the Warriors. He has 18 of their 32. A little pull-up shot there by Peter Clardy. I'm kind of impressed by the other scorers other than Dingman tonight for the Ponders. Clardy with 14, Zambardino with 12, Nico with 11. It's
super well balanced.
Yeah,
yep.
and Dingman does have 12 himself, but not the leading scorer.
And they play so well as a team, too. It's not like one guy's just going up there and jacking everything up. They pass the ball, they respect each other, and it's a really, really good team basketball. It's really fun to watch.
1 minute remaining, third quarter. Ponders by 26. Their largest lead of the game was 27, I believe. If he hits that, I'm a fan.
I was going to say, he's going to take it.
He's going to take that
I don't know if he's going to hit it, but he's going to sure as heck take it.
Yeah. He readjusted, took what was a better shot, but was unable to hit it. I have a feeling this poor young man's going to be kind of playing by himself this year. If I'm a team scouting Wakefield, I say all we got to do is stop 23 and we have a good chance. I'm not seeing much else offensively for the Warriors.
And sometimes he's just forced into it. There's low on the shot clock. They give him the ball at the end. He's got to take the shot.
Right. About an 8-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Zambardino for 3, no.
Good ball movement, though, by Arlington.
Jabari Williams, number 24, who had checked into the Arlington lineup, commits the foul. For Jabari, I believe that's his first. It's a 4th on the team, so Arlington really does not want to foul here, as they will be over the limit should they commit one more foul. And that's what Jack Zambardino does. Unfortunately, he picks up his 3rd.
Coach Woods didn't like it. He liked the idea, but he just thought he should have moved his feet just about a half step quicker.
Yeah, I think with a 26-point lead, you're not as concerned about it, but it kind of establishes how you want to play defensively. And when you have 4 fouls, the way the new rules are, you really don't want to be playing that aggressively to put yourself in a situation where you're giving Wakefield an opportunity for 2 free points. Now, if this is a 6-point game, those are big points. Fortunately, we're up by 26. Zambardino out, Dingman in. Jack with 12 points and 3 fouls. Dingman also will be playing with 3 fouls. Second free throw is good.
Dingman's got to have a boatload of career points when this thing's all said and done. That's like a boatload.
That's McDermott's first point of the game. 10 seconds to go. Dingman baseline drive. He thought about it. He's going to be called for an offensive foul. And that's his 4th.
Good position there by Wakefield.
Yep. Again, Arlington has to, again, it's first game, right? So we don't have to worry about it too much as Peter Clark is going to replace James Dingman because that was foul number 4. But you have to have the mindset of how you're going to end these quarters and not pick up something like that. Again, if this is a 6-point game and Dingman picks up a foul on a drive like that, that's costly. Not tonight, though. 3-point shot is no good. Ooh, maybe the foul from behind, no call. Looks like Clardy might have got away with one there, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, James just has to pull up on that. Take the 10-footer.
Yeah, I don't know if he was having a notion of going baseline.
Oh, he was going to throw it down on someone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's no question that he had. It was more than a notion, Don. I saw it in his eyes. He's like, the hard floor, the rim a little bit soft up there. He was going up. He's like, I'm going to jack one right here.
So Arlington takes a 58-33 lead into the intermission between the 3rd and 4th quarter. And as I mentioned, upcoming games, Arlington at Wilmington on Tuesday, and then home here at the old Waltham High School next Friday night. Now, that's a 6:30 tap-off, which is good news for you Notre Dame fans out there. You'll be able to watch the Spy Ponders between 6:30 and 8-ish, and then watch the Irish against the Hoosiers at 8 o'clock next Friday night.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game. I told you before, I like ND in that. Anyone that's catching this game, high school students over at Arlington, come see your friends play next Friday night. It's going to be a really good game against a good Winchester team. Arlington's got a really good team. It's super easy to get over here. I came from Belmont, and it's just a 5-10 minute drive. There's tons of parking.
Tons of parking.
Get a big student section here next Friday night. And for the guys on the Arlington team, bring your buddies. Tell them to come out.
Yep, they would support this. They would be happy to have the support. Little crosstown rival game with the Sachems and the Ponders next Friday night.
Absolutely. A lot of times the high school kids are looking for something to do. Goodness gracious, you can't have a better night out than come and see your teammates and your classmates play and then go out afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be the case for the season, but they didn't even charge admission tonight, I don't think.
Yeah. I saw you out there trying to charge a few people.
I wish. Jonas Burrell with a basket with the left hand. And the Spy Ponders now matched their largest lead of the game. They lead it by 27. Another steal by Arlington. Here comes Peter Clardy. Crossover dribble, and Arlington will reset the offense. Jabari Williams for 3.
There you go.
Boy, that guy,
good form.
That guy is just sniping tonight. That's at least 4 shots that I can remember of his that kind of rolled around and out. Yeah. Oh, and there's a good little move by Millward. Jack Millward with 20.
He's got to fill up the stat sheet for this squad this year.
Yikes.
They need him offensively.
Yeah, he's going to be a tired guy.
Yeah, you could tell he's he's a super athletic kid, but he's definitely dragging a little bit out here now.
Yeah, you know, these guys don't get much time if they play a fall sport. They get a couple weeks for tryouts and to recuperate a little bit, and then bang, you're right back on the court. A shot there missed by Arlington. Millwood's got someone ahead of the pack, but he doesn't really want to pass.
He didn't see him.
And the ball's knocked out of bounds. He had Kenny McShane ahead of the pack, but he opted to take it himself, and Arlington knocked it out of bounds. And it looks like Wakefield will use their final timeout. All right, so we don't have to worry about any more Wakefield timeouts. I don't know that Coach Woods will call anymore, so crank out this final 6:24, do some post-game interviews, and enjoy our Friday nights.
Yeah, the only way Coach Woods is going to call one is if he puts some of the bench or some of the subs in, and he doesn't like what they're doing. If they start getting wild and not running the offense, he might just call them over and say, "Hey guys, you know, this is what you need to do. Let's do it this way."
Yeah.
But short of that, start the bus.
Yeah, and good for Coach Halpin. You know, uses all 5 timeouts. You can't take them home with you. So he did that, and he's coaching it right to the end, even though his team's down by 25.
Just got an update on the Belmont-Melrose game. It's a close game, 23-20 at halftime. So both those teams are going to be in the mix this year. Probably not as high up as some of the teams, but they'll be tough teams to play.
The ball's knocked loose. Again, another deflection by Arlington. This time it's Burrell with the deflection, and Arlington comes away with another turnover.
Arlington's going to slow it down, take some time off the clock.
Zone defense by the Warriors. 5 on the shot clock. Burrell's going to have to take it. No, he dump passes to Clardy. Now Clardy kicks on. Now Burrell has to take it and make it.
Good form, nice release there.
Just as the shot clock buzzer was going off, Jonas Burrell hits a 3, and the Spy Ponders now with their largest lead of the game, 28 points. There's going to be a foul on Nico Trapotsis from behind, his first, and that'll be the second on the team, I believe.
I know it's garbage time now, but you know, the shooting really has improved by the Spy Ponders from what we've seen last year. I mean, Burrell's been hitting them. Obviously, Trapotsis has. Clardy hit some. So the shooting is really improved. These guys worked hard in the offseason in the summer and knocking down the 3-pointers, which is really good to see.
I think we're going to have a tough decision naming the ACMi player of the game. See how this final 5:24 plays out.
I don't know. That
I'm
is.
gonna leave that one up to you.
I might pick the guy that had 2 points.
Not yet. And it's a traveling violation committed by Jabari Williams as he lost control of the basketball.
Good D.
And the recipient of that good D was Alexi Trapotsis, who gets probably one of the easiest baskets he'll get all season. He now has 4 points. Spy Ponders now with a 30-point lead. And now the pass is thrown away by the Warriors. 4:53 remaining in the game. 65-35 Arlington. The clock is just a little bit off that you see on your screen. It's about 10 seconds off. We have 4:44 remaining in the game.
I give the Wakefield kids credit. They're getting smacked, but they just keep playing hard, playing tough defense.
Yep, they're still communicating on defense.
Yeah,
a lot of talk.
they're working hard, yeah.
5 on the shot clock. Burrell is going to hit another 3 at the buzzer. This time, no. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be a shot clock violation called against Arlington. That ball did not hit the rim, so the violation has occurred, and it will be Wakefield ball. Coming up on the halfway mark of the fourth quarter, 4:10 remaining. Three-point shot from the corner, no good. Williams with the rebound. See what when Coach Woods goes to the reserves. As I say that, he looks like a couple guys coming off the bench, a couple guys for Wakefield as well. Looks like Arlington's going to go with a full new 5. So we'll check those 5 for you when they check in. Get you their names and numbers as we get used to a new season of names and numbers for the Ponders. Pass could not connect that time. Clardy knows he's coming out of the game, so he jacks a 3. No. Rebound by Fitzpatrick.
The other thing about Arlington is that they have a deep bench, so it's not really, they can't call off the dogs too much because these guys they're bringing in, a lot of these guys have already played and are good players.
Right. And the other part of that, now Coach Woods is going to call a timeout just for substitution
no,
purposes.
A travel. I think he traveled on purpose.
That's the volleyball signal for substitutions. Now, technically, if Coach Halpin wanted to take the timeout, he could. There used to be a rule back in the day where the team that called the timeout had the option whether they wanted to take it or when they wanted to end it. Now, both teams have the option to take the full 60 seconds, but both coaches are happy to get their subs in. We're going to check the Arlington lineup for you right now. You have number 11, Simon Miller, number 13, Thomas Wright, number 32, Nick Rudolph, number 21, Cam Levine, and getting his first action tonight. Some of those players had played earlier, but number 20, Griffin Fudge, and if you that name sounds familiar, Griffin's brother Lincoln Fudge was on the Spy Ponder team last year. He's the player that transferred to Brimmer. Fudge for 3, and he hits.
Yeah, I saw him shooting in warm-ups. He was hitting the 3 out there in warm-ups.
Different looking shot, to be honest with you.
Yes, he's got the set shot, but hey, they don't ask how, they ask how many, Don.
Nothing but net. On
Good
that
for him.
One. Yeah.
Instant offense.
Put him on the board. First points as a varsity player, Griffin Fudge. Congratulations, and hopefully many more to come.
We'll get him the ball after the game.
Stay in Arlington. Don't leave Arlington. A little drive into the lane there. Count the basket.
Good take.
Number 0, Will Forbes with the hoop. He'll go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play. They'll get number 32, Nick Rudolph, on the foul. For Nick, his first and the second on the team. 2:25 remaining in the game. Oh, the clock is now updated with you on your screen, so you can follow along with us. Spy Pond is by 31. There's always an interesting dynamic too, Tim, when you put the second crew in. You know, how hard you want them to play, you know? I mean, these guys want to play hard, show the coach that they can play. Fudge for 3, no, but you don't want to rub it in on the other team either, you know? So it's
but with the shot clock, though, you just, you know, it's sometimes
more defensively, I'm thinking, than offensively. Offensively, you have to shoot at some point. Great hustle there by Arlington. Great job, Nick Rudolph. He was out of bounds when he saved it the second time, and Wakefield will get the ball, but give Nick Rudolph credit for a hustle play. His team's up by 31, but there he is right there. That's what I was talking about. He wants to show Coach, hey, Coach, you can put me in there. I'm going to play hard.
Yeah, these guys must have great practices because they are deep, and the reserves come in. They play hard against their starters, and that's a huge advantage to have a team, a second team like this that can really play.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the basketball game. Arlington by 31. Now the defense causes a traveling violation. Good double team there by Thomas Wright, and Cam Levine caused the turnover. Minute 35 to go. Rudolph flips it up with the left hand and in.
He's got a nice little jump hook, a lefty jump hook. I saw him in one of the scrimmages, had some success with that shot.
Three-point shot, no good. Fudge with the rebound. This could be a game where literally everybody is going to play for the Ponders, and that's got to be a great thing for a coach. He's got a couple guys at the table. I think he'll probably either try to commit a foul or call timeout again to get those 2 guys in, as it'll be Alvin Ginty and Jacob Williams getting ready to check in. Miller on the drive, kind of cocked it back.
Called it just to get the guys in.
Made it a tough shot. Under a minute to go. There we go. Ball goes knocked out of bounds. A Wakefield ball. And as I mentioned, number 12, Alvin Ginty, a senior, and Jacob Williams, a sophomore, check into the Spy Ponder lineup. Ginty wears number 12, and Williams is number 14. And we have a steal by Williams. 42 seconds to go. See if one of those guys can get on the board. Wright hasn't scored either. Neither has Levine. Everybody in there right now for Spy Ponders has not scored except for Rudolph. So anybody who can get a hoop here would be nice. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Arlington. It will be Wakefield ball. 24.2 seconds remaining. Spy Ponders lead at 70-37. Three-point shot by Kenny McShane is good.
Good shot there, nice form.
5 seconds to go. And they'll just dribble out the clock, and the Spy Ponders will take this one home. Let's run down the scoring leaders for tonight's game. For Wakefield, Will Forbes had 4 points. Kenny McShane had 3. Dylan McDermott had 1. Kevin DeGray, Matt Beaver each had 3. Jackson Fitzpatrick had 4. High point man for the Warriors was Jack Millward with 20. And Tim, he was pretty impressive here tonight, but he's going to have a long season, I think. He's only a junior, so.
Yeah, really good soccer player too. Yeah, he's a good athlete.
For the Spy Ponders, Jonas Burrell had 10. Alexei Trapotsis had 4. Jack Zambardino had 12. Griffin Fudge had 3. Nico Trapotsis had 11. Jabari Williams had 2, as did Nick Rudolph. James Digman had 12. And Tim, you're going to pick the ACMi player of the game.
No, you are, Don.
I'm going to go with Peter Clary.
I agree.
You know, Peter had 14 points. He was the leading scorer tonight for the Spy Ponders. And what I liked about Peter was his overall game. He played well defensively. He distributed. And then what I really, really liked was he was very much more aggressive this year offensively. I know it's only one game. I don't remember Peter having many big scoring nights. And for him to score, and I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and look at the stats, or maybe Coach Woods would tell me. But 14 points for Peter Clardy, that's a good stat line. Yeah,
and you know what? I don't remember a turnover. You know, he took care of the basketball. He got it to the spots where he needed to get it to, but then when he was open, he didn't defer. Last year, a lot of times he was running on the baseline and he would overpass. He didn't want to take the shot. This year, a little more confidence, older, he's grown a little bit. He's going to take that shot, and that's going to be a huge advantage for them to have another scorer adding to the Trapotsis, and also with Dingman, to have someone putting up double figures like that. If he could do that on a nightly basis, that's going to be bode well for the team.
The final score here from Old Waltham High School: Arlington 70, Wakefield 40. Stay tuned. Tim and I were going to have some post-game reaction when we return.
Hey, we're here with Nico Trapotsis. Nico, you came out firing today, hitting those 3-pointers in the first half.
Yep.
Are you working on that, or what's going on with your shooting there? Last year it was a lot of defense, rebounding, and all of a sudden now you're instant offense.
Yeah, I mean, Coach always motivates us and tries to get us to shoot a lot in practice so that when it comes to the games, we'll always be ready to take those shots that we need to. So just a bunch of reps in practice got me prepared for the game.
That's great. It's really going to help the team, opens up the offense, gives James a little more room. Keep shooting that, keep hitting that. It's going to bode well for the team. How was the transition from football to basketball? It's a really quick. You have the Thanksgiving game, and then 2 days later you're playing hoop.
Yeah, cardio-wise, get hit the first day, get a little sore, but then after that, it's kind of smooth sailing from there.
Do you get to play any hoop during the football season?
A little bit, every weekend, getting a little game in.
Excellent, excellent. You and your brother on that trap is really tough for the other team to get that ball over half court.
Yeah.
A lot of deflections, a lot of steals. That was great. How's school going?
School's going great, senior year.
Yeah, what type of subjects are you most favorable in?
Definitely STEM, math more.
Excellent. That's something that you'll look to do in college as well?
That's what I hope to do.
Awesome. Well, keep having a great season. Keep up the intensity and keep hitting that three-pointer. Congratulations on a great start to the season.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, man. Good luck.
Cool.
And we're back with Coach Woods. Coach Woods, congratulations, 70-40 in the home opener here tonight at Old Waltham High School. We'll talk about that in a moment, but let's talk about tonight's game. I can think of two plays specifically. One was a play where you trapped, you got the turnover, and then it went boom, boom for an easy layup. Another play on offense where you had Alexi at the foul line, worked it around through him, backdoor cut. The overall execution tonight, you have to be pleased with it.
Yeah, I can't say that it was exactly what we expected, but the guys were really sharp tonight, and it's this is a group that I've been looking forward to, coaching, since last year. And, these guys, they play very well together. They're, both ends of the floor. There's a lot of connectivity. There's not, we have guys that are capable of having big nights, but then they've got a support system around them that, will take advantage if you don't keep an eye on them. And we hit some shots in the first quarter, and that got us off to a great start. And then second quarter, it was like, really mature basketball playing, and then, just feeding off our defense. And then the second half, I thought, you knew Wakefield was gonna, eventually start to find the basket a little bit. But it was, we had some good late possessions, some guys, like you said, cutting to the basket late or showing out the other side to shoot a shot late. And, you talk about it, but it's nice to go and see it happen on the floor.
I know James is considered one of the top players in the state this year, but you have to be pleased with the overall balance. I want to say you had at least 5 guys in double figures, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that might have been, I'm seeing a different Peter Clary this year offensively.
Yeah, I mean, Peter's second year as a starter and captain, played a little bit as a sophomore. He's somebody that we trust with the ball. He got a few open looks on the perimeter today and knocked them down. He converted from the foul line. If we get guys, taking advantage of whatever the open areas are around James, teams are then, going to have to really decide if it's worth, loading up that much or committing that much help to one player. And, to score 70 points, I think that's a number that we hopefully can defend. So,
right.
So if we can get 70, I like our chances in games like that. So.
I would also think it must be really happy for you to be able to use everybody tonight. Everybody got in the game, home opener, opening game of the season. You got everybody on the roster in the game. That's got to be good because you're able to reward those guys, I'm sure, are working real hard in practice.
Yeah, there's not a huge gap between we have 14 guys,
yeah.
1 and 14, like these guys, and we have 9 seniors,
Yeah.
and these kids all are, have been looking forward to these games, this moment is an opening night. This year is their senior year. A lot of these kids have, started playing together and, travel team in 4th grade, in youth leagues at FIHO, kindergarten and 1st grade, like the kids I've known for a long, long time. It's pretty surreal to be at this point where it's their penultimate senior year and they're getting ready for that. But, it's a very disciplined group to work with. Like
Good.
when we're doing stuff, you never want to say that you start on a page 3. You got to still go through the process, but these guys know what to do. They know what the expectation is work-wise. And then, I mean, I will say, we definitely, probably exceeded my expectations to start tonight. Just coming out and blitzing a team right away and just, getting the ball back. Even some of the young guys, Jabari, I thought gave us
He played great.
Huge lift in the first half.
He was
his
snake
energy.
bed. We were saying he had 3 or 4 shots that rolled around and out on him.
Yeah,
He could have had 10, 12 points.
Yep. I'm a defensive-minded person, first, and if you can get it off the glass, or if you can get it, or if you can steal it in the passing lanes, you're going to find a way to get on the floor, and he did both, and that was, the offense will come, and like he's got other guys to help him too.
We can talk about more during the season. I don't want to keep you too much longer, but just some quick thoughts on the logistics of playing this season here away from home. Waltham High is your new home court.
Yep. I think probably back in, whatever it is, probably 3-4 years ago when they started the high school building project, everyone saw the date that it was, it might be, we're going to be playing in a new gym for this group senior year. And then, things don't work out that way. And, the timeline is February, but, who knows? But that doesn't, who knows if it's February 1st, February 28th, March, who knows? We're not counting on that. But, so it kind of stinks for these guys to have their last year like that. But in the reverse way, they're a very mature group. I think if any group was going to be able to handle some adversity, this gym is by far not a slouch gym to play in, but we're sharing some practice time. We're doing some different things. It's not, exactly what we have had, but I think, I think I'm fortunate to have these guys as the group that needs to go through that. And I think it'll help us, build some character and do some things. We're playing 22 games this year, 14 road games and 8 home games at Waltham High. So
that's crazy.
So it's just something different.
We'll have to work on it during the course of the season, see how all the changes affect the team, but hopefully everything will stay positive. Hey, Coach, thanks for joining us. Great home opener for the Spy Ponders here tonight, even though it's not at home. It is at home, if you follow what I mean. The Spy Ponders win it. So we have Wilmington on Tuesday, and next home game will be next Friday, the 20th, when Arlington hosts Winchester. For my partner, Tim Hoffman, I'm Don Phelan. The final score here from Old Waltham High School, Arlington 70, Wakefield 40. Thanks for joining us.